Welcome back to News from Your Host. I'm here with Gavan Plunkett, who is a Global Account Manager with Siemens Infrastructure Solutions. You're very welcome, Gavan.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you for joining us today at our Global Partner Day in Carton House.
Delighted to be here.
How have you been?
Very well, very well.
Yeah.
Busy, like most people within the industry. So.
Yeah. I tend to meet you in the airport.
I think, like a lot of these, sitting on flights to Germany and so on, you can meet pretty much half the Irish data center market flying out. But yeah,
it's not just obviously the very large hyperscales that's keeping you busy. It's right the way through the scale, isn't it?
Yeah, Ireland, for Siemens, we have been we're extremely busy at the moment. Like most of our colleagues, so we've been working. Yeah, it's hyperscales are on our top accounts, but it's not just hyperscales. It's the medium players, it's the smaller players. But yeah across the board.
And when you say infrastructure, that's so big. It's like saying car.
Well, it's actually data center solutions is what I'm involved in. So Siemens has a portfolio. Siemens has a long history within the industry, within energy and power distribution, but also within building technology, so from fire security, building automation. So Siemens has put a very, very significant focus on data centers over the past many years now, and this is a real core industry that we're focusing on. So Siemens has focused now to put a structure of account managers, sales and support in place to support our big accounts.
Okay.
And we do this by following how our global accounts want to operate. So be it they want to deal with a small number of teams, small number of people, but globally. So if you're going into country X, Y, and Z, they've still got that consistency of approach. So it is, and
that's the challenge, is to try and put a package together for a client.
Yeah,
that you become a central point of contact for aspects, or indeed all of. Yeah, that's your desire, I guess.
Well, that's our desire. So we don't want to be sort of products from box shifting. What we're trying to do is have a real solution provider relationship with them, and that's not without its challenges, but.
Mergers and acquisitions that you have yourselves.
Exactly, and trying to incorporate those ones in. So what we have is a very, a well-defined approach that we've got in, a very well-structured product set that we have now in, and solution set from power distribution to fire, security, your building management, all managed under a integrated data center management suite. So we try and incorporate all aspects
and that's a single pane.
Correct. So it's almost like a holistic approach to the data center.
Wow, it sounds like HP OpenView back in the day, and Cisco and cable.
Exactly. Yeah.
A question I have for you, which is one that is often put on the table by, let's say, engineers that are older than 20 years. They often say, these data center guys, you swear it was the first mission critical industry that ever came onto the planet.
Yeah.
You guys have hundreds of years of experience, or 100 anyway, of pharmaceuticals, infrastructure, probably military.
Yeah.
What do you think? Do you think that the industry has a bit of a swagger about itself because it's data and it's...
Yeah, well, like Siemens, you're right. Siemens has been going since the 1800s.
Yeah,
and has been in Ireland since the 1800s.
Yeah.
We did the first Ireland Crusher back in the early 1910s,
you weren't
1920s. There? No, not me. But we have been.
I might have been.
Certainly not. But yeah, so they've been. So we've been sort of at the forefront of trying to drive some innovation into the industry. So data centers, they're relatively new. 20 years, 25 years plus. But I think the explosion in terms of data, in terms of digitalization and how the globe is going, how everything is now becoming, everything's got an IP address, everything is now, is moving that direction, that they're absolutely now integral to everything that we do. So therefore, there's a bit of a swagger, but it's because of that. And also some of the things,
pace, though,
it's the pace that they're changing.
Is that your biggest challenge? If you just had one desire, now you can never have too much work. And challenges of success are better than challenges of failure.
Yeah.
But is there any one thing that you're seeing that you'd like to say, whoa on, or keep rocking on?
Look, I think the way things are going, the speed in terms of which data requirements, and this ability to be able to take this data and do things with it, it's just going in one direction. So data centers and the actual hosting of data, that's not going away. That's just going to go in one direction. The challenges we have are going to be, from an Irish context, I think we've got some fundamental things that we need to focus on. I think the well-documented planning issues that we've had over the last couple of years, I think that's given a bit of a negative,
bit of a punch in the nose,
and with Siemens, the Irish industry is data center industry out into the market. It's taken a bit of a hit on this one. I certainly think also negative press around power and so on. And I also think
the paddies are going all over the world to commission if they can't do it here.
But and I think that's probably part of the Irish thing, So okay, the work isn't here, right? Onto the plane, let's find where the work is, and that's the
one final question, if I may, Gavan.
Sure.
When your child asks you what you do, what do you say?
Or my wife. Or
when your wife says to you, well, Gavan, what do you do? And I don't mean you getting on the plane, but what industry are you in? It's one of the interesting things I like to ask people is.
So what I tell them is I help build the data centers that all the stuff you're getting on your iPad, your Netflix, everything that you're doing comes from data centers. That's not sitting on your laptop.
Interesting.
And this is what I help build.
The cloud is real.
The cloud is real.
It actually does.
Absolutely.
Tin at some stage.
But when you see kids, their attitudes to, they're completely different to what we've had.
As a service, it's just taking over their lives.
And I think, you see my 4-year-old son trying to swipe the TV and not understanding what is this,
Dad, why haven't we got the best?
But it's going to this point now where, I look at data and I look at, data centres in Ireland. I think we have we've still got a wonderful opportunity to grow this business. Yeah. I think Ireland has some work to do to repair some damage. Yeah. I also think we've got a great opportunity around driving for medium and long term around the digitalization of actually not just hosting the data centers, but actually if we put some
manipulation of the data around.
We're not just the
storage area.
We need to focus now on putting the real smarts around this one. And I think that's the challenge we have.
So Gavan, thank you so much for retaining as a partner in Host in Ireland, and thank you so much for staying on the Executive Council. I hope we're sitting here again next year and that we can get you off a plane. So thank you so much.
It's been a real pleasure. Thanks very much, Garry.
Thank you, Gavan.
Thank you.